So yeah, I don't know if it's just coincidental or what, but I have been out of a moldy environment, well, a super moldy, very bad moldy environment for 9 days now or something. My mom's house has mold too. I don't think it's as bad as where I was living, but 9 days, and I never had a problem really losing weight. Like, I would fluctuate like 10 pounds in the last 15 years of my life, and easily. So if I wanted to lose weight, I just wouldn't eat. But I tried that a couple times over the last, I don't know, and I gained 10 pounds that I couldn't get off, and with no explanation whatsoever. I had to buy, I didn't have to, but I bought new shorts that I didn't get to wear, but nothing fit me at all. Like, I was in like a 1, I could squeeze my ass into a size 1, like maybe not even last summer, but 2 summers ago at the most. Now I was forced by like 6s with no explanation, and I come to find out, well, obviously it's related to toxic mold. But 9 days I've been out of there, I've already lost weight. I couldn't lose weight for the whole year to save my life. I literally was watching myself just blow up. Not necessarily blow up, but to me, yes. But yesterday at work, I could tell, like, nothing has changed other than my environment. That's pretty fucking wild. That was a big stress thing on me, like, over the course of the last couple months. I didn't know that before I realized what was going on. I'm like, why am I gaining weight? Why? Like, I thought I was just getting old. Well, that too, but it's raining, so. And I don't have a hood today. I didn't even think about that before I left. But, so, I guess I'll just get really wet. And so will you. Yeah. My body is so sore. Like, I can't wait to feel better, to like get all this crap out of my system. Apparently the girl like that works for me, she hasn't worked for me like a year. She worked for me last night, and apparently she's got some mold issue going on too. I don't think it's as serious as mine, but she definitely has something going on. She knew more than the average person does, because we're living in it. It's really raining. I usually love rain, but there's a positive to all this, though. Like everything. Well, not really super positive, but at least I get to redecorate with Halloween stuff that I use all year long. I'm so obsessed with skulls, so every time I have to buy all my shit just in time. Not many positive things come out of this, so happy for that one. So I just came out of the Christmas tree shop. I spent like $200 on like stuff. That's a lot for me at the Christmas tree shop. That's a lot. But that's the best place to get like this. I'm just happy that it happens to fall on this time of year that I am forced to fucking rebuild from nothing. Because if you don't know me, you know I'm like obsessed with skulls and dark shit. So, I mean, I could always order stuff online, but Christmas tree shop definitely always has fucking really nice shit for really cheap. So, I'm kind of glad that of all times of year for this, what's the word I'm looking for? For this setback. I don't know, I couldn't think of that word. I have so many of them. No better time of year to have this setback than, it's not even Halloween, but close enough. So I really should go home. But I'm going to Five Below. I am. And I was feeling the other day. I'm going there now. I don't stop shopping. It's like really bad. But this time, at least I have some kind of excuse, because I literally threw out so much stuff, which I'm so proud of myself. And no, I'm not replacing the same stuff because that'd just be silly. But I'm gonna try to not after after my house is complete again, I'm gonna try not to like collect things I don't need and buy excess of everything. And I'm a mom now, but one of the last times I came here, I don't ever come to the mall. I parked in almost the exact same spot. Ironically, I had Roxy with me. I only ran into Five Below, but she was in the car. And coming back out of Five Below, I choked. So I was drinking something and I went down the wrong. And nobody wanted to stop and help me. I was like panicking in the middle of the mall. I couldn't breathe. I couldn't talk. Right here. But Roxy was in the car. I miss her so much. I miss her so much. I'm gonna have to go. Bye. Listen to me, are these lights flickering? I'm still dying. I need sleep. So I'm not doing much of it, if any at all. That might be the very first time I've ever walked out in Five Below with nothing. I don't know if there's remodeling, but there was nothing in there. Like, a lot of things were empty. And I literally did not want anything there. Well, I guess it's a good thing. This is progress. It's a start. I want to do the Burlington Coat Factory and Joann's, or Burlington Coat Factory or Joann's. Probably, I don't know, I'm fucking exhausted. And I just noticed the Spirit Halloween store across the street. I'm not sure if they're open yet. They probably are. Maybe I'll stop there. Yeah. I'm thinking today was Sunday. It's Monday. It's Labor Day. That's why everybody and their mother is like out. I was like, what the hell? I can't find any place to park in this mall. It's a mall. So should I do Joann's is right here. Spirit is right there. And Burlington's at the other mall. Not even back towards my house. I'd be lying if I said that. I know if I go back home, I'm gonna like crash, like fall out, sleep, because I'm like, I definitely thought I was hearing things in my car, but it keeps like making like the dome light keeps flashing and it keeps going beep 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 for no reason. What could that be? Electrical something? But it's like whatever, it's like faulty because it's not doing anything. Oh, please don't let me get stuck here. Put it on my list of things that go wrong. The list is never ending. Obviously, it's hot. I'm wearing the Lakers tie-dye sweat pants and shirt, sweatshirt. I'm sweating balls. Probably hot in fucking Spirit, but I'm gonna go in anyway. So yeah, I'm gonna come out to a car that still starts. So I guess my trunk wasn't closed all the way. That's why it was doing that, which was weird because the trunk light wasn't going off. I'm at Joann's. I have to I had all these backdrops for like my photos and stuff, but they all got ruined by the mold. So I need to I set up the backdrop thing. I'm just looking for a couple of different colors too, but it's backdrop, so. So the whole reason I wanted to make this video earlier, I started making the video, then I got sidetracked a million other things was. So, Franklin, my dear little guy, the littlest guy, he's in a contest that mommy entered him in. It's for America's favorite pet. Could be any animal, and we went up against like a snake, a goat. Like we won the first round. We made it to the first round. we won our little group thing, I guess. I'm not really the instructions are really confusing, but the winner gets a 2-page spread in Touch magazine, which is a big magazine, and then $10,000. I never win anything. We never win anything. He deserves this. We deserve this. Franklin has been through so much in his life. So this little guy was kept in a crate his whole life. 7 years in a crate with 50 other dogs. Never brought inside, living in the Ohio cold weather, like treated like livestock. Literally no human interaction, not even so much as a name. Apparently puppy mills are a thing, like a big thing. He lived 7 years in those conditions, so he's so appreciative right now of just anything, because he didn't even have so much as a name before. You would think that he would disapprove of people, but he doesn't. He's so loving, and he deserves it. Sorry, I couldn't finish that in there because I really still have anxiety. Like when I'm in public, I do not like attention being drawn to me. Believe it or not, despite what people may think, I do not like any attention on me. So I kind of like try to be discreet about even being in the store, let alone talking to. I just remain silent and to the room to me. But I've been doing good. I've been like recording here and there in public. It's not that hard, but there are a lot of people around me, so I had to stop. What the I can't see what is going on here. I can't stand people. Yeah, I don't know. Anyway, so Franklin, he was a puppy. Puppy mills are such a big thing that, like, I never heard of them until Franklin. I never knew that they existed, but they are all over the country. They're run by the Amish, and I mean, they literally pump out like mostly purebred dogs just for money. And then, so anyways, the Amish people, they literally just reproduce dogs for money, like, and don't even treat them as dogs. So that's where your badly bred, a lot of times dogs end up at shelters, that's where they come from. Because literally they, have them reproduce and then just kill them when they're done, unless the rescue steps in, which I found out that a lot of rescues do, but they can't rescue every dog. But anyways, that's where Franklin and Delilah came from. But Franklin, I mean, they both lived, I think they came pretty much from one of the same, near the same puppy mill. I don't know if it's the same one, we both came from Ohio. And Delilah went through the same thing, although she was the one having the puppies, where Franklin was not, because he's a boy. But his paws are both pointed out really bad, and they've got extra padding on the bottom from never being walked ever. They're really sensitive. He can't walk more than a good 5 minutes before he's done. So it's still raining, as you can see. So if you didn't know about puppy mills, literally, I don't know how they operate legally, because they are legal. But that's where your pet store dogs come from. Your animals is puppy mills. They're trying to do away with that. Thank God, but no luck yet. They're all over the country. They're big in Ohio and Pennsylvania, like Indiana, I think, or something. I don't know. But Franklin lived in a crate for 7 years. Never got walked. Never had any human interactions. So not only his paws are like this, his spine is like a big U. Never moving. Thank you. Thank you. Am I going wrong right now? So, I don't know what I was saying. Hold on. So him being 8 now, like, he's had arthritis for a long time, the vet said. And he can't do much. He's very limited in what he can do because his body is really a mess. He's got his eye, like, does kind of lazy eye. It's cute though, but it goes like to the side sometimes, like drifts off. He's got no bark. Literally, I mean, when I got him, it was like having a puppy. Like, he was not bark trained. Neither was Delilah. They put everything in their mouth because it was like a 7-year-old puppy. But he just appreciates people so much. Like, he would never think that we're the same thing that failed him so much. because he's so loving. He's not, I guess he's not like your typical rescue from puppy mill like Delilah is. She's really not a people dog. He literally loves everyone, everything. He's does not have a mean bone in his body. Delilah, on the other hand, and Hoagie. But Franklin, like, literally, he's so dependent on me. He's so, I mean, he's, like, gotta have, I mean, like, he stresses when I'm not around, like, and it's like, you would never think that he was failed so much by people. He was. So he deserves this a lot. He deserves the best, the rest of his life that anybody can give him. I'm the lucky one that gets to do it. He really does deserve this. A lot of puppy mill dogs do. This is so sad. But he's my puppy mill dog, and he saved my life. This dog saved my life. He really did. I didn't think I was gonna make it after I lost Roxy. So, more about Franklin. Over the last, I've had him for a year and a half. I've had Delilah and Hoagie for a year. I have spent at that. Where the hell did I park? I have found my car first. I'm walking away and I hate it. Where did I park? I think I'm over here somewhere probably. Whatever. I spent in the last year and a half on all three of them. I spent probably $8,000 to figure out why they itch all the time. Where the hell did I park? Over here. Why they itch all the time to be the mold. I'm sure of it now. And Hoagie's gotten sick, really sick twice. One time it cost me $4,000 at two different emergency vets in 2 nights because I was not happy with the first diagnosis of the first vet. I just realized how fucking red I am, like legitimately like red skin. Okay, so I've spent, I mean, it's probably more than $8,000 considering Hoagie cost me $4,000 in 2 days. But I don't know if you may or may not know, I'm going through, I've been homeless. We've been homeless since the end of May, till now, with the mold. We stayed at Airbnbs for a bit. It's hard with 3 dogs. Not a lot of Airbnbs allow that, or it's expensive. So we eventually made it back to my mom's house, which wasn't much better. For one, she got mold. 2, she's very difficult, and she does not understand training a dog. She doesn't understand she just doesn't understand. So Hoagie took 10 steps back with his training being there. It's not his fault. But I have exhausted all of my money. I had like $10,000 saved up. So for once in my life, I was getting ahead on things. I was actually doing really well, and I had maybe just under $10,000 saved up, and I've never had as much as $500 saved up. But between Airbnbs for a couple months, I had to hire a couple different mold people on my account because the apartment complex has done nothing. Then I had to put on a deposit and pay rent for a new apartment. Stupid other things have come up during that time, and I haven't worked because of the mold. It was making me sick before I left, which is why I left. I was on the road, like literally for 3 months. I definitely can't do anything at my mother's house, and Airbnbs don't allow me to do my work. So needless to say, I'm back where I started. Actually, behind where I started, if you really want the truth. It's sad. So I just moved to this apartment. I haven't even gotten an M-switcher name in because I have to pay them of the electricity. So it's actually still in the apartment's name. They haven't said anything, but this has put me. I was for once doing rather good for myself and my dogs, and this totally disrupted off from anything. I am pursuing this legally. I'm not sure if I'm going to get anywhere because it is hard to prove and it's hard to sue. I feel like the world is against me, but I don't have another choice. I really got screwed. The dogs really got screwed. So, yes, we're in a place. We're in a safer place. We are going to be happier, maybe. I hope. So this entire thing totally took me and my dogs back, because for once in my life I was actually getting ahead. I've never been ahead before, and now not only am I not ahead, I am behind, as I have not worked, and I literally exhausted everything that I had to get out of there. We would still be living there. I had just signed a new lease like a month before any of this happened. If I didn't unknowingly, we would still be there. But I did what it take. If I had to sleep in my car, we were getting out of there. And it was a little long 3 months, but yes, we are in a safer place now. I hope we're gonna be happier. I hope the dogs start to feel better. I start to feel better. But I'm in a bad spot. And as you may know or may not know, if you've been following me the last few months or whatever, I had to discard of my things. Filed an insurance claim last week. I haven't heard anything. I have a bad feeling, because I don't think I did it right. I'm saying, like, I'm so tired that I didn't even finish, because I knew if I waited to finish, I would never send it, because I have so much stuff. So I not that it was necessarily incomplete, but I don't know. I want to ask for a picture. I didn't take a picture of the whole thing, like say my dresser. I just took a picture of the corner of it where it was like ripped off and being wet. I mean, obviously you can't really see the kind of mold that I had, because it was not physical. It was mold spores. Like, also, they wanted pictures of everything. I don't have any physical mold. It was all mycotoxins, and I think they would know this, but I mean, some things you could tell were damaged because, like, my dresser was moist. My dresser, so it was like wood. It was literally splitting. It was weird. But I literally don't have anything on my bed. I got rid of my couches. I got rid of almost all of the business that I was trying to start on the side. Also, I had to get rid of all of that inventory because it was damaged. I'm not asking for $1 million. My insurance company, I just have a bad feeling. Because one, you can't see the mold. I did the best I could, and two, I only took pictures of like specific areas on the things that didn't look right, for lack of a better term, I guess. I also had to get rid of everything, and I had like thousands of dollars in inventory, in special printer, special ink that I purchased because I was making t-shirts. I pretty much got rid of anything and everything except for my clothes, which were all washed, which took a long time, and my electronics. I am sleeping on a air mattress that has a hole in it that I've had for a couple years in my storage. I don't have, my clothes are all just thrown in big piles in my closet because I don't have a dresser. I have nothing in my apartment other than all my clothes, which is a lot. Me and the dogs are stuck in one room because I'm afraid to let them out, because I don't want them want to live, I guess you could say, is questionable at times because I feel very alone. I have them. I'm so glad that I have them, but I feel if something were to happen to any of them, I don't know what I would do. They're the only thing that I wake up for every day. I can assure you that. I don't know what tomorrow's gonna bring. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't. This lawsuit is going to. It's not gonna happen overnight. It's gonna be a long, drawn out process. And even if I am able to sue, or if I have enough, you know. So I don't know if I have enough evidence, I guess, to sue. Maybe that's not the word. I don't know. I mean, it's gonna be hard because they still are denying anything. They're denying there's any problem at all, and I no longer live there, so I no longer have keys there. I no longer have access to that apartment. But I'm just so sick of getting taken advantage of, letting things go that I shouldn't let go. This almost killed me and my animals. And it may be, if I didn't smell that smell and start investigating, who knows, because we would have been there for a whole other year. And I wouldn't have known. If, God forbid, one of them passed away, I would never, ever expected it to have been anything like mold. But, so I'm just in a really bad, I'm in a really bad spot. I'm not speaking to anybody. I mean, not that I have a lot of people to speak to start off with. My mom, I can't. She really just doesn't care about anybody but herself, which is really unfortunate because I didn't ask to be born. You know what I'm saying? Like, I wish I wasn't. Here I am. And she's my mother. You'd think that she would understand that sometimes I need help, and not even financially, because she doesn't have it, but it's when I needed to stay there. I'm an adult. Why am I staying in her house? I should have my own. I did. Or I asked her out, like, with the dogs, like, she, I don't know if I can do it, but I'm just in a position right now where I don't know anymore. I'm really not that much of an emotional bitch. I kind of am, though, but whatever. I'm in a position right now, I don't know, I honestly don't know where tomorrow, I honestly don't know. I know I'm stuck in a room with my 3 favorite things in the world. But, so I entered Franklin's competition just because he deserves it. He really does. All 3 of these dogs really deserve it. They deserve way more than they're getting right now. So like $10,000 would really help. It would really get me back on my feet. So I'm not stressing every day what I'm gonna eat. The dogs will always be fed. So please, I'm not asking for money. I'm asking for you guys to vote for me. And then get to spread it in Touch magazine. Franklin, you look so cute. You guys can vote once. You guys can vote once a day, once every 24 hours. Oh God, he just deserves it. I don't know. I'm home, but I don't want the dogs to see me emotional because they know, and I don't want them to stress out. You probably hear me because the window's open. I don't want them to stress out any more than they already are with everything going on. They've been so good. They really are. All 3 of them are dogs. So I gotta do what I gotta do, whatever that is, to figure this the fuck out. It's just